Right now on Jamaica News Page tonight, a disturbing video is spreading online tonight. A speeding vehicle slams into a cow in a violent crash. What we know so far and serious warnings tonight as road safety officials say Jamaica could be heading for a deadly year on the roads. Also tonight, police foil a brazen early morning car theft in Kingston. One suspect in custody after gunfire sends others fleeing. We're tracking the latest developments. And also developing tonight, murder accused Noel Maitland breaks his silence, offering shocking explanations for blood evidence as the Donnelly Donaldson trial takes a dramatic turn. Plus, Jamaica steps forward in a new era of learning, entering more than 1,300 students in a groundbreaking pilot program. What does the new program mean for students? And a powerful story of service and compassion, from humble beginnings in Whitfield Town to a lifetime dedicated to giving back. We'll tell the story of Sheldon Millington tonight. Welcome back to Jamaica News Page tonight, news that keeps you connected to what's happening across Jamaica. And we're all powered by viewers just like you. When you become a Jamaica News Page member, you unlock rewards you'll love, including a loyalty badge next to your name in the comments, shoutouts for your birthday, anniversaries, other special moments, and so much more. Joining is easy. Just click subscribe, then click join, and choose to become a Fewy Star or Fewy Elite member right now. That's it, simple and quick. Please leave a comment so we can welcome you with a shout out. Thank you for joining. Jamaica News Page tonight starts right now. We begin tonight with disturbing videos circulating on social media showing a motor vehicle crash involving a cow. The driver reportedly exited the vehicle following the impact. At this time, we're still working to confirm the condition of both the driver and the animal, and will bring you updates as more information becomes available. Meanwhile, the incident comes as renewed warnings are being issued about the state of Jamaica's roads. Vice Chairman of the National Road Safety Council, Dr. Lucian Jones, is cautioning that 2026 could see a sharp increase in road crashes if key provisions of the Road Traffic Act are not fully enforced.
2026 is going to be filled with more disasters unless we can move quickly to get the demerit point system and other aspects of the Road Traffic Act in place to ensure that we have safe speeds. We have to move quickly to have safe roads. We have to make sure that our people buckle up in front and the back in our cars and wear their helmets. And we have to make sure that we have safe vehicles in this country. Our children's lives are at stake. The lives of the adults are at stake. And the country continues to suffer immeasurably because of the number of road fatalities. We have to do better than this. We can.
Dr. Jones expressed concern over the number of fatal crashes already recorded since the start of the year. According to the Public Safety and Traffic Enforcement Branch, 11 people have died in road crashes up to January 11.
11 persons have died for the year so far, exceeding the number year to date for last year, which was 10. So in one single crash, we have visited on this country a terrible tragedy. If 4 people died in one crash, we have to wonder whether or not they were unsafe road users. So all these questions carry us back to the safe systems approach, the all-embracing, comprehensive system that we must employ, and not just focus on one aspect of it, but all 4, in addition to the moving people quickly from a crash to a hospital.
Among the most tragic incidents, a deadly collision in St. Elizabeth just on Saturday, which claimed the lives of 4 people, including 3 children. Preliminary assessments by the PSTEB list excessive speeding, negligence, and failure to keep to the proper lane as possible contributing factors. Dr. Jones says the figures are deeply troubling, noting that more people have already lost their lives on Jamaica's roads this year than at the same point in 2025. New tonight, a tragic news out of St. Elizabeth. A solar technician has died after being electrocuted in Santa Cruz. Police have identified the deceased as 54-year-old Steve White, there you see him on your screen, an electrician from Old Porus in Manchester. Preliminary reports indicate that around 7 p.m. Monday, White was on the roof of a plaza on Main Street installing solar panels when he was electrocuted. Jamaica News Page tonight understands that co-workers saw a flash of light and heard him cry out, saying he had been shocked. They said he initially appeared to be okay, walked a short distance, then suddenly collapsed. White was rushed to the Mandeville Regional Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. Investigations into the incident are ongoing. Developing tonight, an early morning car theft attempt in Allman Town, Kingston was cut short today after police caught the suspects in the act, leaving one man behind in handcuffs. The incident unfolded shortly after 4 a.m. at the corner of Great George Street and Sarah Street, where police say two men were trying to steal a Toyota Probox, prying open the front door. Officers en route patrol reportedly surprised the suspects, triggering a dramatic escape. Police say the men fled the area in a motor vehicle as shots were fired, abandoning one of their accomplices at the scene. The man left behind, who is said to be from another section of the community, Allman Town, was arrested and taken into police custody. Investigations are ongoing, and police say they're actively pursuing leads to locate and apprehend the second suspect who managed to escape. Also developing tonight, one of the nation's most wanted men is now in police custody. 43-year-old Courtney Ashley, otherwise called Bloodstain, was captured during a targeted police operation in Phoenix Park Village, Portmore, St. Catherine on Monday. Ashley is believed to be the reputed leader of the Bottom Marvelly gang and is also known by the aliases Alien and Biggs. Police say Ashley was among 6 men involved in an attempted contract killing on Jacks Hill Road in St. Andrew last July. Acting on intelligence, officers tracked the group to the location where they reportedly came under heavy gunfire and returned fire in defense. 5 of the men were later found suffering from gunshot wounds and were pronounced dead at hospital. Ashley, believed to have been the 6th member of the group, managed to escape. Investigators say he had been on the run since 2017, listed as a high-risk target, and featured prominently on the JCF's Wanted Wednesdays campaign. Tonight, murder-accused Noel Maitland has finally broken his silence in court. Today, the former police constable took the stand for the first time in his own defense, insisting he did not kill his girlfriend, social media personality Donnelly Donaldson. In an unsworn statement from the dock, Maitland told the court he has nothing to hide and would never harm Donnelly. Maitland said he had known Donnelly since 2019, describing their relationship as one that involved frequent arguments. He recounted events in July 2022, telling the court that he picked Donnelly up on July 10th, her birthday, spent time with her, and later took her home. He said the celebrations were meant to continue, and on July 12th, he picked her up again and they went to his new Kingston apartment. According to Maitland, an argument later broke out over a call from the mother of his child, a long-standing source of tension in the relationship. She always had an issue with me still dealing with her, he said. Maitland insisted the argument was never physical. I don't have any thoughts of hurting Donnelly, and I would never ever kill her, he told the court. He said he eventually went to bed but later woke up to find that Donnelly had left. She woke me up and left, and I haven't seen Donnelly from that day since she left my apartment, he said. Addressing the forensic evidence, Maitland attempted to explain the small traces of blood found in his home. A government forensic analyst previously testified that Donnelly's DNA was detected on a brown drape, a throw pillow cover, and a black and red Puma shoe seized from the apartment. Maitland told the court the blood could be explained by 2 miscarriages Donnelly reportedly had while in a relationship with him, one of which he said occurred at his apartment. The only way I can account for the tiny spot of blood the forensic saw at my house is that Donnelly had 2 miscarriages for me, he said, adding that one incident involved sex on the apartment balcony. He stressed that investigators found very little blood. No blood was found on the floor, no blood on the walls, Maitland said, arguing that the prosecution failed to address the possibility that the blood could have been there for more than a year. Maitland also denied claims that blood had been seen on his couch and challenged testimony from a witness who described the blood, quote, running like rice grain. There was no blood in my couch, no blood in the truck, no blood at the car wash, he said, accusing the witness of lying. He also alleged bias by a neighbor who testified, saying the man disliked him due to personal differences. Throughout his statement, Maitland maintained that he cooperated fully with police and repeatedly denied killing Donnelly. I would never hurt my girlfriend. I did not kill Donnelly, he said again. He ended his statement by saying the prosecution had already established his good character and that upcoming defense witnesses would reinforce that. Following Maitland's statement, defense attorney Christopher Townsend told the court that at least one additional witness is expected to testify. The matter was adjourned until Wednesday, January 14th. A major review of Jamaica's justice system is now underway. The government is moving to establish a joint select committee to examine whether jury trials should continue as a feature of Jamaica's court system.
In an instance where there's evidence of jury tampering or a real and present danger that jury tampering would take place and the interest of justice demands it, a judge may discharge the jury and order that the trial be conducted without a jury. The Judicial Committee of the Privy Council, the JCPC, in a much publicized case in evaluating our legal landscape, indicated that this is a power that is absent in our jurisdiction, but present in England and Wales. We all know that case. It was decided a couple of years ago. The absence of this power places judges in a precarious position. This had to be remedied. We undertook a comprehensive review of other jurisdictions to determine how the court should proceed should evidence of jury tampering arise. Mr. Speaker, these proposals were circulated and ventilated with several stakeholders to ensure a robust consultative process before adopting this significant amendment.
Justice Minister Delroy Chuck says the committee will hear from all stakeholders, including members of the justice sector and the wider public, before making recommendations. Once approved, the committee will be formally established. Human rights group Jamaicans for Justice, JFJ, is welcoming word from the police that the rollout of 1,000 body-worn cameras is now at an advanced stage. The Jamaica Constabulary Force made the announcement yesterday following renewed public calls for greater accountability and transparency within the security forces. Those calls have intensified in recent weeks, especially after a series of fatal police shootings this year that have left 17 people dead. The JCF says procurement of the devices was completed in the final quarter of 2025 at a cost of just under $200 million, including supporting technology. In other news tonight, Jamaica has entered more than 1,300 students for a major new regional education pilot being introduced by the Caribbean Examinations Council CXC. A total of 1,334 Jamaican candidates have registered for the Caribbean Targeted Education Certificate, or CTEC, which will be piloted during the May-June examination period. Across the region, more than 6,400 students from 13 member states have signed up, more than double the number CXC originally planned for. CXC Registrar Dr. Wayne Wesley says the pilot has been oversubscribed, calling the response strong and encouraging. The new program is designed to give students greater flexibility, allowing them to move through subjects at different paces, whether accelerated, standard, or extended. CXC officials say students will also receive orientation sessions, practice exams, and guidance to help them navigate the new system. CTEC will be administered at the same standard as CSEC and CAPE, and students who complete all modules will receive full certification without having to restart a subject if they exit the system early. And before we go tonight, a story of service, compassion, and community upliftment. Corporate executive Sheldon Millington says his lifelong passion for giving back was shaped by his upbringing in Whitfield town, Kingston, where hardship was a daily reality. Even as a child, Millington says he shared what little he had, escorting sick classmates to the nurse, helping peers who lacked lunch money, and supporting neighbors whenever he could. That commitment followed him into adulthood. Over the years, Millington has supported multiple initiatives, including educational grants, school renovations, laptop donations, and employment opportunities for young people. Following the devastation caused by Hurricane Melissa, he led a relief effort in eastern Westmoreland, distributing more than 300 care packages, along with food, clothing, and supplies to children and seniors. Millington says seeing the destruction firsthand compelled him to act, adding that nothing would have been unthinkable. His message tonight is clear. Service is not about recognition, but about leaving people better than you found them. Well done, Millington. And that's the news on Jamaica News Page tonight, news that keeps you connected to what's happening across Jamaica. And we're all powered by viewers just like you. We've got great rewards just for you. When you become a Jamaica News Page member, you unlock rewards you'll love, including a loyalty badge next to your name in the comments, shoutouts for your birthday, anniversaries, other special moments, and just so much more. Joining is easy. Just click subscribe, then click join, and choose to become a Fuel Star or Fuel Elite member right now. That's it, simple and quick. A link to join has been posted in the comments. Please leave a comment so we can welcome you with a shout out. Thank you for joining, and also thank you for watching Jamaica News Page tonight. Well, see you in the comments, and be sure to join us again for more news. From all of us here, good night.